day 12 of your STAAR review, and in this video we will be discussing angle relationships. Now, this is the foldable you should be looking at, and you're just going to go ahead and start off by bringing this flap down, and we're going to look at complementary and supplementary angles. So the first one we're going to discuss is a complementary angle. So complementary angles are two angles whose measures have a sum of 90 degrees. So that means that I'm going to add two angle measurements together and it should equal 90 degrees. Now, something to help you remember that complementary angles are 90-degree angles. In that number 90, you see a C. So this is to help you remember for complementary angles. So again, these two angle measurements should add up to equal 90 degrees. So I have identified, they have given us the angle measurement of 75 degrees, and I just have to find this missing angle. So to find that angle, I'm going to take 90 minus 75, and we get 15. So here x equals 15 degrees. Then we also have supplementary angles. So here these are two angles whose measures have a sum of 180 degrees. Here they form a straight line. So in the number 180, you can see an S. So that'll help you to remember it forms a straight line. So here, these two angle measurements, when added together, equals 180 degrees. They have given me the angle measurement of 130. I still have to find the angle measurement for x. So what I can do, I can take 180 degrees and subtract 130. And now I have learned that this angle measurement, x, equals 50 degrees. So again, these are the two complementary and supplementary. Now we also have alternate exterior angles. So here I have two parallel lines, which is L and N. And they are cut by the transversal, which is T. So here it crosses both of my lines. So alternate exterior angles are on the outside of these parallel lines. So they're not on the inside. They're on the outside of them. And alternate means opposite. So here I can have A and angle H. So angle A and angle H are alternate exterior angles. I also have angle, let me change my color. I have angle B and angle G. And these are also alternate exterior angles. So again, alternate exterior angles are a pair of angles on the outer side of each of those two parallel lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal. So here, alternate exterior angles are congruent. They have the same angle measurement. So if I am given the angle measurement for A, then you can also find the angle measurement for H, given angle A. So again, alternate exterior angles are equal to each other. So looking at your foldable really quickly, let's just go ahead and fill in these first three. So this is everything you should have written down for complementary and supplementary angles, as well as alternate exterior angles. Again, just remember that alternate exterior angles are on the outside of your parallel lines, and they are opposite sides. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and flip this up, and we're going to go ahead and look at alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles, these are now on the inside of your parallel lines. So I'm going to go ahead and scratch this out here. I'm just concerned with what's on the inside. So again, I have my two parallel lines. They are cut by my transversal T. So alternate interior angles. So again, these are on the inside of your parallel lines. And that word alternate again means opposite. So here I want to find the opposite on these parallel lines. So here I have the letter C, and its alternate interior angle will be F. So angle C and angle F are alternate interior. Then we also have angle E and angle D. And again, alternate interior angles are also congruent to each other. They have the same angle measurement. So again, here, alternate interior angles, they are a pair of angles on the inner side of each of those two parallel lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal. And again, they are always equal. So now looking at your foldable, this is everything you should have written down for alternate interior angles. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move on. So now we're going to talk about corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are angles in matching corners. They are always equal. So here I have my two parallel lines. They're cut by the transversal. So that means that they are in the same position on their respective parallel lines. So for instance, I can have angle A. It's on the top left. So that means angle E is its corresponding angle. So a way to help you remember this is, for instance, we're going to draw a circle going around both of our angles. Okay, so for angle A, I have angle A in the top left of my circle. I also have angle E. So that means that angle A and angle E are corresponding angles. They're the same position in a different shape. Then, for instance, I also have angle B, and on line M, angle F is also in the same position. So these are also corresponding angles, angle B and angle F. If I keep going, I have angle C on line L, and on line M, angle G is in the same position. So these two are corresponding. And then I also have angle D and angle H. And again, these are the same position on this set of parallel lines. So again, these are angles in the matching corners, and they are always equal. So taking a look at your foldable now, this is everything you should have written down for corresponding angles. Again, draw circles around your sets of parallel lines to help you identify which angles are the same position on your sets of parallel lines. Now we're going to go ahead and flip this up. We're now going to look at vertical angles. So vertical angles are opposite each other when two lines cross. So for instance, they are always equal. So here I have my sets of parallel lines. They're cut by the transversal. So these vertical lines are directly in front of each other. So for instance, I have angle A, and angle A's vertical angle is going to be angle D. Again, they are across from each other. So here we have angle A and angle D. And then we also have angle B and angle C. We also have angle E and angle H. Again, they are directly in front of each other. And we also have angle G and angle F. So again, they are directly across from each other. When they are across from each other, they have equal angles. So if angle A is 80 degrees, angle D is 80 degrees. Okay, so here again, they are across from each other, and then here are your angle measurements. So the last one we're going to look at is the angle sum of a triangle. Now the angle measurements of a triangle add up to equal 180 degrees. So we have A plus B plus C equals 180. So those are the sides, the angle measurements of my triangle. So here I have 60, 20, and I'm missing this one side length here. So if I know a triangle adds up to equal 180 degrees, I'm going to add 60 plus 20 together, and I get 80. So to find angle 1, I'm going to subtract 80, and I get 100. So the angle measurement of 1, so angle 1 equals 100 degrees. Now to find angle 2. I know that this lies on a straight line, so I know this equals 180 degrees. So if I have found one angle measurement of 100, to find angle 2, I'm going to take 180 and I'm going to subtract 100, which is what I found for angle 1, and now I see that angle 2 is 80 degrees. So angle 1 is 100 and angle 2 equals 80 degrees. So now taking a look at your foldable, this is everything you should have written down for the angle sum of a triangle. So that was angle relationships. Now we're going to go ahead and look at some examples or some questions. So let's go back to our Google slide. And we're going to look at number 1. So it says 4 triangles are shown. Based on these triangles, which statement is true? So here, if you notice on this triangle, I have 90 plus 40 plus 50, and this equals 180 inside. If you look here, I have 50 plus 130, which equals 180. So here I know my straight lines add up to equal 180, and all angles on the inside of my triangle add up to be 180. And it's going to be the same for all 3 of these triangles. So when I look at this last one, first, before I can find W, I have to find Z. So to find Z, I know that all of my angle measurements add up to equal 180 degrees. So since I know 2 sides, I can add these 2 sides together. So 60 plus 45, and this equals 105. And I'm going to take this number and subtract it from 180 to get Z. So 180 minus 105. And this equals 75. So here, 180 minus 105 equals 75 degrees. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little trick. So back whenever we discussed angle relationships, we learned that whenever we add the angle measurements of our 2 inner angles, it adds up and equals the outer exterior angle here. So technically I should be able to add these 2 angles together and get angle W. However, if that's a little bit too much for you to follow, again, this angle W and angle Z should add up to equal 180 degrees. So if now I know the angle measurement for Z, which is 75, I can take 180 and subtract 75 from it. So here I get 180 minus 75, and we get 105. So angle W is 105 degrees. So we have angle W equals 105 degrees, and we have angle Z, which equals 75 degrees. So let's see which one is true. It says W equals 75 degrees. That's not true. G, W equals 105 degrees. That's true because 180 minus 45 plus 60 equals 75, and 180 minus 75 equals 105. Here, G is my answer. So now going ahead and looking at your foldable, this is everything you should have written down for number 1. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and look at number 2. So number 2 says, in each diagram, line K is parallel to line L, and line T intersects lines K and L. So line T is our transversal. Based on this diagram, which statement is true? So if I look here, I see that they're talking about alternate exterior angles, and I see that my alternate exterior angles are congruent to each other. So I have 113 here, and I have 113 degrees here. Again, here I'm talking about my alternate exterior angles. They're on the outside of my parallel lines, and they're on opposite sides of the transversal. They're equal. Same thing here. I have a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle here. So now whenever we're trying to find the value of x, I know that this is the alternate exterior angle to 79 degrees. So here, the value of x is 79 because the 2 angles shown in each diagram are congruent. Here, A is my answer. Both of these angles are congruent to each other. So, looking at your foldable now, this is everything you need written down for number 2. And again, that was angle relationships. So now that this is the only video for today, so make sure you have watched it. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to us. And if you have no further questions, go ahead and complete your assignment for today.